It was a Cowboys Report After Dark live stream, which game didn't end until about 1 a.m. Eastern time. So did you stay up all night to watch the Cowboys preseason game? If you did, we can react together. If you didn't and you're watching this at like a normal time to be awake at 9 a.m. on a Sunday, we got you covered. Let me know if you watched the entire game though. Y for yes, N for no. In a game in which the Raiders were actually trying to win because they were trying to see who their starting quarterback is in between Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew, the Dallas Cowboys, basically playing an entire string unit behind what the Raiders are doing, so 1v2, 2v3, etc., beat them up pretty good. 27-12 behind a defensive score, better ground game, offensive solid performances across the board. Dallas takes down the Raiders 27-12. Now, as we knew going in, the number one starter was going to be Trey Lance. How did he play? Answer's better. And that is what I wanted to see out of Trey Lance. I wanted to see better play, fewer missed opportunities left out there on the field. And for a good portion of the third quarter, we're not there on offense. Raiders had the ball a lot, and they kind of stunted some drives and kind of faded, had some turnovers, etc. I thought Lance was better. Was he perfect? No. Is 15 of 23 for 151 and a score, plus 7 carries, 34 yards and a score, gonna suddenly make him the best QB in the NFL? No. Does he give me some more confidence in the QB2 battle? Yeah. Was he the best quarterback tonight? Yes, it was a low bar. I thought Minshew was pretty bad and O'Connell were pretty bad. But I thought Lance was the best quarterback in tonight's game. I thought an offensive game plan that was more real and less let Lance sling it around there 40 times helped him. I thought he still missed some throws. He missed some moments. He missed some opportunities. But he had 2 touchdowns. He didn't turn the ball over. I made the comment pregame I want to see Lance cut down whatever the number is, 15 misplays to 7 or whatever. But he did that. But he was better across the board. That's exactly what I wanted to see in the second preseason game for Lance. And I want to see him be better next week. So give me your one-word reaction to how Trey Lance played. Better is kind of my obvious one there. Others receiving corps helped him out better too. We'll talk more about that later on in today's show. But one-word reaction to how Trey Lance played. It's the pinned comment, actually, on today's show. So if the ad comes on YouTube, take advantage of it. Head down there and let me know. I guess better is my buzzword tonight. I didn't kind of realize that. But the running game, they committed to it more. They did run the ball more than they threw it. I thought was pretty solid. I thought Deuce Vaughn, our small king, was your best runner tonight. Now, the third quarter, they kind of didn't get to run the ball that much. But he had 5 carries, 34 yards. He made several guys miss. He ran hard. He broke some tackles. I thought Deuce Vaughn looked shifty. I thought it looked explosive. I thought Vaughn had a really good game. And as a pure runner, he was your best one out there tonight. Second best, I think, was Royce Freeman. 7 carries, 32 yards. 8-yard was the long. I thought he ran hard, found some holes. Overall, especially when you were playing that TJ Bass, Cooper Beebe / Brock Hoffman, Austin Richards left guard to right guard option. I thought the interior O-line was pretty efficient and pretty solid. Snoop Connor was fine. Malik Davis began the night solid and then kind of cooled off a little bit. I don't know if there's any real separation in terms of who's RB3 and or RB4 on this roster, but I thought Vaughn played well. I thought Rolls Royce was pretty solid. I think both those guys should feel pretty good about how they played tonight. And camp will mean more as they miss time with injuries. Now they're healthier. It's a big deal for them. Today's Cowboys Report, the After Dark Late Night Edition, made possible by Rocket Money. How much do you think you're paying in subscriptions every month? The answer is probably more than you think. Now, over 74% of people have subscriptions that they've forgotten about. I did. I'm sure you guys have as well. Rocket Money is a personal finance app that helps find and cancel your unwanted subscriptions, monitors your spending, and helps lower your bills, all so you can grow your savings. I love how the dashboard shows me this month's spending compared to last month's spending, so I can clearly see my spending habits, and it'll help me create a custom budget to help me stay on track of my spending and save some money in the process as well. Rocket Money has over 5 million users and it's over $500 million in canceled subscriptions, saving members up to $740 a year when using all of the app's features. Stop wasting money on things you don't use. Cancel your unwanted subscriptions by going to rocketmoney.com/cowboys. That's rocketmoney.com/cowboys. Link will be in the comments section and the description of today's show. Number 3, defense was sharp. Now, the Zimmer defense is doing more disguises than some of these vanilla defenses will do, which I'm actually okay with doing because I want to see what my defenders can do. Look, this passing game was not good by the Raiders. Gardner Minshew starts. He goes 10 of 21 for 95 yards. Bad. The ground game had 17 carries for 68 yards. It's 4 yards per carry. It's not great. Now, to be fair, Minshew missed some throws. Not like he was perfect. But the Cowboys defense had as many touchdowns as the Raiders offense did. AOC had 1 touchdown, 14 of 20 for 96 yards. It was all short stuff. They had one big chunk play, 48 yards to Trey Tucker. You take that out, team was 31 of 53 for 199 yards. That's terrible. They were not good. Andrew with a ton of tackles. They kept everything in front of them for the most part. Kamon Hall, pick 6. Great play. They got some pressures in this game. They had some TFLs in this game. I thought the defense played pretty darn well in this matchup. Al-Qadim Muhammad had a nice QB hit. No sacks. The pass rush is still kind of not that great, but they can bring some disguised blitzes. They can confuse defenses. The defense played well again. That's the preseason. It's going to be a lot harder against the actual starters of good teams. The Raiders are going to be a bad team. I don't know how you watch that game and feel confident about the Raiders' offense. Devontae Adams is great. He does not change it to a 30-point difference. Like that, there's just no way. Now, we will go more in depth on several winners and losers. I guess later today is the proper terminology, unless you're watching, West Coast or something. It is like 2 a.m. Eastern time by the time this video goes out. Hit that sub button. Be back again tomorrow with some preseason winners and losers. Number 4, you had some inconsistent wide receivers in this one. We'll start with the positives, then get some of the negatives there. But you had some bounce-back performances, which matters. You had some really nice hand catches, some nice snatches by your wide receivers. Racey McMath was bad in week 1. He was good tonight. 3 catches, 54 yards, some kind of high passes, had to pluck that ball down. He was fantastic. That Ryan Flournoy touchdown catch, that release he did where he faked the slant and just cooked a starting corner on a fade route was gorgeous. That was easy throw from Lance. I'd have lost my mind if he missed it. Thank God he hit it. It was an easy throw. Great placement. Great route by Flournoy. He was much better. Had the shaky, 60-40 bad placement from Lance. Made the catch, but not everyone showed up. Tyron Miller-Johnson's been a training camp winner. Ain't shown up so far in the preseason. Jalen Cropper, how you gonna make the team, buddy? You had the I thought they gave him a jet sweep touch, but maybe I'm misremembering that. Either way, fumbled on a punt return. Where you at, buddy? Jalen Brooks had a kind of a contested catch drop. The wide receiver 6 battle, it's 2 different things. In the preseason and the training camp side. Training camp side, it's Cropper, it's Tyron Billy-Johnson. Preseason, it's Flournoy. I think Kelvin Hartman has looked pretty good too. So I don't know if they're going to carry 6, but that battle is by far not over yet. So grade the Cowboys against the Raiders. A, B, C, D, or F. Go ahead and sound off for me in the comments section of today's show. Number 5, how about Brandon Aubrey, our resident alien? Unbelievable. A 66-yard field goal try that per Next Gen Stats was good from 72. Unbelievable. Now, he missed a 65-yarder in week 1. He also had a bad kick when trying to angle one on the returns, which I am going to asterisk that. But that's unreal. He jumped right by person status and went right into alien status. Like, if you want to go with Justin Tucker because of like the longevity, that's fine. You can't name me 2 better kickers in football than Brandon Aubrey. Unbelievable stuff that he has done so far. So I'd argue a fairly tricky question. Who gets the game ball? Do you go Aubrey? Juan Hall to pick 6. You go with Trey Lance? Who gets the game ball for the Cowboys? Let me know in the comments section of today's show.